What's up guys? Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about basic skateboard repair. Is it important? Yes, very much. Do I do it enough? No, I don't. So there's a lot of things that you can tend to on your skateboard. Keeping your bearings clean is one of them. Taking your wheels off and flipping them in case they get coned out too much. A lot of times wheels will kind of get worn down at an angle and you just take them and flip them and put them back on. That's another maintenance sort of thing. You don't want your base plate here to be loose, so you don't want these screws that hold your trucks onto your deck, you don't want those to be loose at all. You don't want to over tighten them, but you definitely don't want them to be loose. And of course you can always do your basic things where you just adjust these to tighten your trucks, or adjust these so that they're not too tight or too loose. These bolts right here. There's a lot of things you could do to maintenance your board. For the past couple days I've been noticing that my board is really loud and it sounds like a metal knocking noise. And so I looked around my board, everything's tightened, everything's to my specs, and then I noticed a knocking noise that comes from this axle right here inside of this base plate. Normally there's a little cushion called a pivot cup in there, and it makes it, I don't know, nice and quiet and cushioned. As you can see right there, my pivot cup is completely destroyed, so now my board is super loud. Doesn't really affect a lot of tricks to my knowledge, but it is annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that changed today and just kind of check on my board and see if everything's up to standards. So I'm fortunate enough to have an older pair of trucks that I don't use anymore, and I'm going to take out its pivot cup and replace it into here. To do that, I'm going to be taking out my kingpin bolt, which is this one right here. You take this nut off and you slide out your kingpin and take this whole axle off. I'm going to fish that pivot cup, which is that little rubber piece, out of there and replace it with this new one, or kind of semi-used one that's still in really good shape from this one. Make sure you put everything back on in the same order that you took it off, or take a picture of it before you take it apart if you've never done this before, because your top bushing is different than your bottom bushing, and everything just kind of needs to go in a certain order here. But yeah, it's as simple as that. You just take that hanger off after you get that bolt off, and yeah, here's the truck hanger. You can see what it looks like. That little spot is supposed to be cushioned and it's not, and it's making a lot of noise. So we're going to take out this completely busted up pivot cup, and unfortunately it did seem to cause a little bit of wear inside of there. That's another reason that I need to maintain my skateboard more often, because I don't, and it can cause further damage that you don't really see, and it could probably even mess with tricks without you even knowing about it. So basically just don't let a problem get out of hand on your skateboard. Bolts are loose, tighten them. If your pivot cup is busted, replace it. If a bushing is busted, go get some new ones. They're not too expensive. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have kept all my old trucks and all my old bearings, even if they're bad, because you might be able to salvage some sort of part off of them. Alright, so you're just gonna freaking wiggle it apart like that. Here's my old trucks that I'm taking apart, and you could salvage like good washers off of them. You can also salvage like these bolts off the end, or even a hanger if you wanted to, if it was the same height and width as your old hanger. So there's a lot of reasons to just kind of keep salvaged skate parts around. These aren't really designed to come out that easily, so you're definitely going to need a pair of pliers. There we go. Okay, I made that seem a lot easier from editing, but that actually took like 10 minutes of just trying to pry it out. But there is a pivot cup. That's what they look like. They come out of right here. Alright, here's the base plate for my trucks that I'm using now. And it fits perfectly. I'm pretty sure that most pivot cups, you can like change them out of any truck to any truck. Pretty sure they're all the same size. I might totally be wrong about that. I'm just gonna put my truck back together the exact same way I had it. I like my trucks to be about the same tightness on both ends. As long as my wheel isn't biting against the bottom, then it's good enough for me. Everyone has their own way of doing it. And it kind of looks like the other pivot cup is destroyed now, but it's not making noise. So I eventually need to change out this one. Alright, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the difference or not, but I definitely can. It helps more than you think it would to fix these little tiny things that annoy you when you skateboard. Sometimes my shoelaces get in the way, so I just tuck them into my other laces there, just like that. If I forget to wear a belt, my pants kind of feel like they're falling down when I'm trying to skate. That's super annoying. Little things like that could just kind of throw off your skate sesh, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes it's the little things that get in the way of having fun on your skateboard that you can easily fix. But anyway, my board feels good. I tightened my truck down correctly. I don't have much time left in the day, so I'm gonna get a little skate session in. That was a great session for me anyways. I landed some tricks that felt really good the way I landed them, and that might have been because I fixed my board. Who knows? Also, when I put my front truck hanger back on, I tightened my front truck just a little bit more, and I think that helped me with not getting wheel bite and thrown off of certain tricks. Kind of feels like my back truck is making that same noise. As you can see, that pivot cup is absolutely destroyed as well. Dependence, if you guys can work on the durability of your pivot cups, I think you'll be in really good shape and have just an all-around solid truck. And Thunder, if you could work on your bushings durability, you guys would also have a very solid truck. But hey, no one's perfect, whatever. I hope this video was useful for you. I hope you enjoyed watching some of my skateboarding as well. I have tons of other videos, so go ahead and check those out if you're interested. In my opinion, skateboarding maintenance is very important and should be done more often. If you have like a new setup, you're probably going to want to adjust it, skate it, and then readjust it to make sure all the things that get loosened and broken in are back to how you want it. And then about a month later, go ahead and check on it again, and so on until you get a new setup. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos if you want to. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.